Coming up on Network Africa, German Chancellor Angela Merkel visits Nigeria on the third leg of her Africa tour. Embattled MP Bobby Wine rearrested after trying to leave the country to seek medical treatment. The World Health Organization says the Ebola outbreak is far from over in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Teniola Shobowale. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. The two leaders discussed issues affecting both countries. Mrs. Merkel's visit to Nigeria is part of her visit to 3 African countries. She had earlier visited Senegal and Ghana with the aim of boosting trade ties with both countries. Her visit is coming 2 days after the British Prime Minister, Theresa May, visited the country.
We here in Nigeria have focused on an agreement that provides credit opportunities for farmers, or makes it easier to have access to credit financing, those who wouldn't be able to afford taking a credit otherwise. In Nigeria, we haven't focused that much on agriculture until now. We've focused very much on industrialization. We are trying to assist people who want to start up their own company, want to, be independent entrepreneurs. Here we provide vocational training, and we've also focused very much on energy.
We do not support anything illegal and indisciplined. You must recall that about 6 weeks ago, we repatriated about 3,000 Nigerians that were stuck in Libya on their way to Europe. And you also must have read in the papers and must be seen in the televisions the number of Nigerians lost in the Mediterranean. So to us, this administration is very clear. We do not support anything illegal. And anybody who feels that his country does not value him, does not offer him what he should be offered as a citizen, and decided to defy the desert in the Mediterranean, he's doing it at his own risk. But if found stuck in Libya or anywhere between his final destination and Nigeria, we'll bring him back home and send him back to his local government.
Joining us now is Johnson Chukwu, CEO of Cowrie Asset Management, to discuss more on this. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
What do you make of the German Chancellor's visit to Nigeria?
Well, I think there are two things that comes to my mind with these two visits, particularly the one from German Chancellor and the British Prime Minister. One is that both countries are looking for strong economic ties with Nigeria. Interestingly, Germany already enjoys some vantage position when it comes to trade between the two countries as compared to trade between UK and Nigeria. Germany today is actually Nigeria's 7th largest export market, 8th largest export market and 7th largest import market. If you look at what Nigeria exports to Germany, interestingly, it is just only 30% of it is crude. The rest are other goods, which makes that trade quite more interesting to me, given that it's not basically an export of crude from Nigeria to Germany. And Germany, like I said, also accounts for about is the 7th largest import market for Nigeria. So Germany already enjoys some very strong trading relationship with Nigeria. The second aspect that comes to my mind about the visit of the German Chancellor and the British Prime Minister is the issue of the election, upcoming political election. I think the Western countries are concerned about the trend in the political activities in the country, and they want to put pressure on the government to make sure we have a free and fair election. I think that is coming strongly in the comments by both leaders that came to Nigeria in the past few days.
So this visit is focused on enhancement of economic relations and security between the two countries. But realistically, what does Nigeria stand to benefit?
Well, if you look at the economic relationship with Germany, Nigeria imports a lot of machinery from Germany. You find out that Nigeria enjoys some level of technical support from Germany. If you look at the Nigerian airlines that have some maintenance activities here, most of those maintenance activities are being carried on by German technicians. In terms of export, like I said, for Nigeria's export, given that only 29% or thereabouts of our export has to do with crude, and that Germany is importing a lot more of Nigerian goods than most other European countries. So deepening of the trade between Nigeria and Germany will obviously lead to more job creation in the local economy, particularly if that trade is more focused on exports.
So this visit is coming 2 days after British Prime Minister Theresa May. She's also seeking similar ties. With Brexit in mind, of what significance is this to the country?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it shows how relevant Nigeria is to the global economic environment. Remember that Nigeria has a population of close to 200 million people. That is one of the largest consumer markets in Africa. In fact, the largest consumer market in Africa. And in terms of the quality of labor, you find out that if you look at the average age of Nigerians, Nigeria is also gifted in terms of able-bodied young men and women that can actually provide labor. And today we are already beginning to see the IT industry with level of outsourcing coming from Western countries to Nigeria. We are seeing IT hubs in places like Yaba, where the likes of the founder of Google visited recently, and some of them have actually made investment in Nigeria. So Nigeria presents, one, a large consumer market for countries that are exporting. Two, it also presents possible strong workforce to the global economy once we can strengthen some of our weaknesses.
Thank you, Johnson Chukwu, for helping us understand that a bit better.